lads and ladettes, muckers, so on and so forth, my lovely people. That sounded less camp in my head. Anyway, yeah, let's get to it. The penultimate episode of this week's Fun Facts with Liam. And I'm not sure if it's common knowledge or a lot of people know it, but and I'm not exactly a fan of this band. I mean, my kind of dad is. I like the odd song, but yeah, the Depeche Mode's Martin Gore, the very blonde one. Probably, I mean, no homo, but he's probably the prettiest out of them. Dave Gahan's weirdly attractive, I guess. Um, I think it's just the nose and stuff, but yeah, Martin Gore, his bio dad is or was, can't remember if he's still alive. If he is, he's knocking on a bit because Gore's like 65 now. His dad is a black GI from either, I forget, somewhere in Virginia, West Virginia, or even like Louisiana. But to me, it's really. I brought this one up because it's really fascinating to me how, like, because presumably Gore's dad, the dad that raised him, never knew. I don't really know. I don't know the circumstances. And it's kind of amazing how he could pass off as totally, he's like his mum and dad's kid. Definitely his mum's kid. But there's that whole also you can pass off, if your majority ancestors are a certain race or whatever, you can relatives, whatever bloodline, depending on how your genetics turn out and your physical genetics, you can pass off as them, like how exactly how to some degree, kids born of infidelity can pass off as the dad who raised them's kid. And I find this interesting because it's similar to sort of my family background. My dad's dad, he was born during the war. Uncle Albert voice. He got around a lot, actually. Uncle Albert, only fools and horses. Probably the best. Yeah, my favourite BBC comedy ever of all time. Good 22 years of it. It was, I think, 22, 23 years. Anyway, yeah, similar to the case with my granddad. His dad wasn't his dad, but he probably was sort of more of a mother to him than his actual mother, for the sound of it. But yeah, the GI thing. I'm not sure if there's some likelihood there's like a GI. I have a great granddad GI, great granddad that I never knew, but it could be practically anyone who was like around during the war. Not necessarily fighting, but practically a foreigner, basically. Yeah, fun fact about the foreigner word, it comes from some kind of Latin root, which is something to the effect of beyond the forest, because in the Dark Ages, medieval times, whatever, and a bit onwards, people use the word foreign. It means beyond the forest. So if you were beyond the forest, you were outside of the community or something like that, and anyone outside that was foreign, basically. But my dad reckoned that we on my granddad's side we might have been black somewhere, but I kind of doubt it. If we are, it's probably some other side. Like a Cromwellian barbarian ancestor from wherever. You never know. there's some Irish in the family, so who knows. So anyway, yeah, off my waffling on. That was about, yeah, Depeche Mode's Martin Gore, and yeah, again, I got similar curls to him, which is also, it's a sort of some degree, which is kind of interesting. You know, it's like, ooh, why is his hair so curly? He's not an Italian, and he's not a black man. Well, yes and no. Not fully. Anyway, before I make this too long and ramble on, and yeah, just I'm finishing this up. So remember to like, subscribe, comment, and all the rest of it. And I'll see you in the 4th and final episode next time, which will be in the near future, and so on, or past. Blah blah blah. Time is not an illusion, but it's strange.